I thought we'd start off with some good news today. Midtjylland is staying at the club. Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Building a Nation with FC Midtjylland. If you're still enjoying the series, drop a like on the video. That'd be just titillating. Anyway, we have a few less games in today's episode, just 3 highlights of course, and the big one against Olympiacos, but what I would say is we've had some really important games in the league, and let's just jump straight in, enjoy the highlights of those, and I'll join you guys in a sec for our crunch time game. So, takes a good touch from Robin there, he's round the goalkeeper and he's scored. Iron Robin is unplayable at the moment, Midtjylland 0, Bayern Munich 1. In the name of God was that? That wasn't even on the ball. Kean Hansen's been sent off for an off-the-ball incident. We really can't catch a break in this Champions League games, can we? We've actually had a right-back sent off for something... Alaba with the strike and it's now 2-0. This could be a very, very long night now that we're down to 10 men against Bayern. Ball back across, Lewandowski, Douglas Costa, and it is 3-0 to Bayern Munich now. They really have stepped it up now. He pulls it across, Sisto's in there, and we've got a goal back. Midtjylland 1, Bayern Munich 3, Pione Sisto's first goal of the season. About bloody time. Over the top for Pusic, he's got a touch here. Can he take it around the goalkeeper? He's in again! We've got another one back. Midtjylland 2, Bayern Munich 3. We've got 10 men, remember. Lahm strike, and it is 4-2 now. We've played really, really well considering we've got 10 men. I wonder what it would have been like if we'd actually had our full complement. There we go, Midtjylland 2, Bayern Munich 4. Certainly a lot better than the away leg. Really good performances all round there. Olsen has got men up there too. One of them is Poulsen running from midfield. Takes a touch, strikes it. Oh, what a lovely bit of play that was. Wonderful breaking play. Midtjylland 1, Kopenhagen 0 in the big top of the table clash, which we kind of have to win. Again, Larsson's in there. Larsson's header, and it is 2-0. Big, big goal from Jim Larsson. He'll be out injured for 9 weeks now, but at least he scored a goal. There we go, 2-0 in the big, big game, pushing us back to the top comfortably and putting some distance between us and them. Got around his man, he can get a ball in here. Watch out, don't foul him. Back across, and Orbach puts it in the back of the net. That's a shame. Aarhus have the lead now, and it's a shame because we've actually played really, really well to start with this game, and that could be a problem going forward. Well, there we go, 1-0. Disappointing, they had a lot of long shots and they got the lead, but I always felt if they got in front against us, we'd struggle to break them down. They are so tight defensively. So as you can see, this month has been a bit of a mixed bag in the sense that we managed to get a good win over Copenhagen, which was superb. It put us back to 11 points above them. They're still really coming for us though, but the issue was we then went and lost against Aarhus, and the problem with that is that they play a system I've yet to find a way around it. Basically, we drew 0-0 with them at home and lost 1-0 away. They let us have the ball a little bit, and then we don't really know what to do. They take a lot of long shots, and I always felt like if they scored, we would really struggle to break them down. I was kind of hoping we'd get a 0-0 there, but we didn't, and we're really going to have to work hard. But the point is we were showing our capabilities by beating Copenhagen, which shows me the fact that we're still up there and capable of doing all the good things in this league. And with players coming back, that really should be important. So since we had a little bit of extra time in this video due to, well, obviously one less game being played, I thought we'd talk a little bit about the new league structure, and I can try and explain it. Now, you'll see it on your screen right now. I've managed to find a sort of an image that in theory should hopefully explain it to all of us. Thankfully, I've also found a simplified version of this image, which you will now be seeing on screen. But no, seriously, it looks quite complicated, and I think once we get to grips with it, it should be fine. But this is how it basically works. So, the league obviously stretches out to 14 teams, which is why there is only 1 relegation spot this year instead of 2. Now the teams will of course play each other 3 times just like they do this year, obviously, you know, home and away, and then another fixture to be determined by the results in the league. This is where things start to get a little bit more complicated because there is then a playoff system, several playoff systems if you like. There is a playoff with the top 6 teams in there, will then meet again home and away and carry on their points into the next set of the league. There's then 8 teams below them who are then divided into different groups based on the sort of positions they finish. So you have the 7th place, 10th and 11th, and then you have 14 in that group. Then you have 8, 9, 12 and 13 in another group. And then they also meet home and away and carry over their points. Yeah, you can see where it starts to get a bit convoluted now, can't you? Then, there's more, don't worry, there's more. The number 1 in each of those groups will play against the number 2 in each of the other groups, in like a couple of sort of semi-final setups, and then they will play ourselves in a final. The winner of that will then play against the lowest placed team of the best 6 group, and the winner of that will get a Europa League spot, would you believe? This technically means, in theory, that it is possible to finish 14th in the league after the first stages and still get into Europe. Now on to the teams that finished in the bottom 2 places in those 2 groups. They will of course play each other again in another tournament using the same kind of rules. The winner will then secure themselves another year in the league. The loser of the final, so to speak, will then find themselves playing against the 3rd best team in the lowest division, i.e. the 2nd division in this case, and then the 2 losers that were in the semi-finals then play off in another final where the loser of the final is then relegated automatically, and the winner of the loser final then plays against the second best team in the second division. Hopefully that's cleared things up. I doubt it has, but that's basically what we'll see it in action next year. It's going to be very interesting, to say the least. So yeah, hopefully that clears a few things up about it. Slight little sidebar, and I'm just shoehorning this in there because I've had a little bit of confusion over the last few days. Subscriber numbers have been shooting up over the last couple of days, like to ridiculous levels for what my channel is used to. And if you are new to the channel, I'm just wondering, where did you find me? Like, where have all these new subs come from? I'm very curious. So if you're new to the channel, do let me know how you found me. Heck, if you're old to the channel, let me know how you found me. I'm just kind of curious at this point. In terms of the squad itself, Kadlec now has 18 goals, Pusic 11. He's sort of gone off the ball a little bit as well lately, but we've got plenty of goals from elsewhere on the pitch, which is definitely helpful. As for assists, Olsen has 10, Roy at 8. Kadlec has got 7 assists as well. He really has been superb this season. I want to see a bit more out of Sister, but he did get a goal against Bayern Munich, which was pretty damn cool. The comeback we put on nearly in that game would have been monumental, but it didn't quite happen in the end. Last 5 games though, Christopher Olsen has been the man. 7.68, he's really doing well. He's the top rated performer in the entire league. 7 Man of the Match awards this season for Christopher Olsen. What a performer. I love a good midfielder that can really churn in the ratings. A Roman Masek, if you will, but I think he's more creative than that, and that pleases me greatly. Now obviously, because this is our last game before the winter break, we don't come back until late February, which means I think we'll have a youth intake in that time, which would be pretty damn awesome to start off with in the next video, which we'll probably do the Hobro game in the next one, just to get us a few games under our belt as we come back and start to get towards the end of the season. However, there might well be Europa League stuff if we can do the job today against Olympiacos. That's what I'm hoping for. In case you're interested, I talked about a Cameroonian player that we were looking to sign and had actually gone and got, and I don't know if I actually showed him. So this is him. It's Anderson Sopo, and I think he's got some decent stats. Now, obviously, he's still only 17. He won't be joining us until 2017, which is a bit of a problem, but what can you do? But he's got that decent tackling so far. He's a decent-looking defensive midfielder. His decisions aren't bad. He's got great teamwork as well, which is quite interesting. Solid-ish physicals. You know, young midfielder, fairly professional. I'm liking the look of him so far, and I thought, you know, for the money we've paid, it was worth bringing him in just because I want to start building up that stockpile of players that we can start spreading out to the other leagues, other teams in the league, and that's what I'm interested in mainly with these types of players. Now, obviously, over the period of winter, I'm going to be doing a lot of looking at that youth intake menu and just looking through some of those players, looking at their values, getting scout reports on some of them, just so that we can prepare. We don't even have any money to buy any, unless they're stupidly cheap or, you know, have got non-contract situations. But for the most part, I want to just build up a few that I can take a look at. That way, when we do come to next summer, and we'll hopefully get some better transfer funds because the club's financial situation is better, we can then go on a shopping spree and get in loads of players around about the sort of £200,000 to £300,000 mark, particularly from the African nations. They are superb for those types of players. I really do want to go after that guy from Zamalek, but I just don't know if we're going to be able to convince him to come to us. It might take us greasing the wheels a little bit more, but I feel like he could be a real star to begin with. He could be like our first big star that we found, hopefully. But with that 5-star potential, it seems like he might be. But then that is based on this squad, so I do have to be careful with that. Now, I'm going to play the standard tactic away from home here and just see what happens. We can switch it up as we go. All we have to do, really, is avoid defeat. If we can avoid defeat, we'll get that 3rd spot. That's the main thing here. We're apparently the favourites, which does help. Now, I've turned the highlights so that we can see them in 3D again. I'm hoping that the blackness thing isn't going to come and happen again, because that would really, really suck, because it's ruining some of these quite cool goals that we might be scoring or conceding, given what might happen. Right, Masuaku, okay. Right, they get a lot of possession, which is interesting, and that probably leads into me probably turning it to counter quite quickly. But if we score a goal, and I'm very, very happy here. Roma, ball in, Poulsen, Sisto, oh, hits the post, it's ricocheting around all over the place, and it's somehow, oh, I thought the goalkeeper had caught that, but apparently not. We had a chance there. It was Pione Sisto with the strike. Poulsen's corner now. Out to the edge, is gone for Sisto. Oh no, they've got confused. Kadlec and Sisto couldn't quite sort it out between themselves, unfortunately. Kadlec is going to go alone, finds Royer. Can he pull it back for someone? No, terrible touch from him. But a positive start. We've looked good so far, in terms of the fact that we've had a shot. Right, okay, definitely switching to counter-attacking in this game. They're getting a lot of the ball, and our passing has been pretty poor so far, and I want to make sure that we're capable of catching them on the break. Now, I think that a 1-0 defeat would technically be enough to send us through because of the head-to-heads. We'd have the away goal. I don't know if they use away goals in the head-to-head situation or not. I'm going to just have to stop you there. Away goal? We don't have an away goal, so just try to ignore the fact that I, for some reason at this moment, have convinced myself that we've got ourselves an away goal, despite the fact that we played the first leg at home. So ignore my stupidity, and let's get on with the game. We've not hit the target yet, because obviously we hit the post with that. This has been a really, really poor first half. What have we got? Okay. Very similar, actually, from both sides. Penetration's been mostly not from crossing. It's... I need to put that on by standard. That's something I really do need to change. Okay. I might just give it to half time at the moment and just get a slightly little bit more data. Not many hugely great performers so far. Sisto, again, is not having a good game, which is a shame. I really want to see the best out of him. I think that it's going to take a winter break with some friendlies, and Sisto just to get in and score a few goals, get some confidence back and all that jazz. 0-0 at the moment is fine by me, but I do worry about us. I'm actually tempted, part of me is tempted to get Sisto off here, right now, because he's not hugely fully fit, and I wonder if maybe just getting Sobby on for the second half might be the best deal here. Because, I don't know, Sisto's just not doing it for me at the moment. But that's not a big problem. I have faith in him. Don't worry. I'm not going to write him off or anything. There's definitely gaps in... It's sort of like the gaps of the channels. That seems to be where the best passes are being made. And I wonder if I can... Is Kadlec set to run the channels? He is set to move into the channels. Okay. What about the likes of these guys? Can I even set them to run into the channels? No, of course not. Because that's where the real opportunities are. I wonder if these guys can be set to run into the channels. No, I'm guessing that is only something you can do with strikers. Because what I want is, in between their centre-back and their full-backs seem to be the spaces that I'm looking for. And I wonder if we can exploit the flanks then. Maybe that wouldn't be such a bad idea. Just drop that tempo down a touch for the second half. Because if you actually look at the analysis here, of where our key passes are coming, they're not central and they're not too wide either. They're just in these corner pockets, which would be, in theory, in between the centre-back and the full-back. So we'll see. Uh-oh. Hernani. Almost instant highlight here from the start of the second half. Come on, don't let them get that ball in. Uh-oh. Don't foul him. Good, oh, I would say good clearance, but there's going to be a shot coming here, and it's... Oh, he's hit the post. Whew, we've got away with one there, guys. We've got away with one. Sobby, look out wide. Ah, damn it. Could have done without that pass there. We've not been good today, that's for sure. We've created some chances, potentially more than them, in fact, but it's not been good for us. Passing's been poor, possession's been woeful. We've just not had a good game so far, and I just wonder if there's anything we can do to try and... Yeah, Hernani is looking good so far. Hum. Where are we looking good? Again, we've not really offered much, and they're starting to offer more and more. I'm going to turn on to work the ball into the box, just to sort of give us a little bit more... a chance to just drag some possession back a little bit when we do get the ball up there, maybe. Heck, I would settle for a 0-0, but part of me feels that they're going to snatch it. Okay, Roma is there. Who do we have, really? Pusic. Singh, maybe? On for Olsen, although he's looking motivated. Maybe get him on for Poulsen instead. Get those long shots in. I might get him to shoot more often, just to see if he can take one for us. And Kadlec is not doing well, and he's looking nervous. All right, that's our changes. Right, I'm going to make a quick change now to Singh's personal instructions, just to get him to shoot a little bit more, because he's got that long shot ability, and I wonder if just telling him to shoot more might just do... Oh, he's not got any instructions on him. Okay, I thought I did. I'm going to have him get further forward and move into channels. That's what I want to see from him. Maybe you can do it on these guys, actually. No, you can't. Not on these guys, but you can for central players. So I want Singh to be running through those areas with the ball and taking the pop shots from distance. That's my theory, anyway, for the rest of this game, and see if we can get something from it. I'm not entirely sure it's going to work, but even if a 1-0... I think a 1-0 defeat might still be enough for us at this point. Obviously, a 0-0 would be much better. Oh, they've got Kasami. Former Fulham legend. He scored one good goal. Akiza. Da Costa. But it's that... I just worry about... Because I don't know if it goes down to... Oh, Iday's through! And he's scored! Lovely ball through the middle, and Brownie Day puts it in. Does that mean that we... Damn it! It's done on goal difference. It must be done on goal difference, and our goal difference is worse than theirs. I can't believe we're going to not hold on there. So great ball through. Pardo now. Just... it's a lovely ball through from Kasami. Maybe the goalkeeper could have come. The angle is incredibly tight, straight through the keeper there. Brownie Day with the goal, and we are in trouble now, guys. This is not good at all. We might as well just throw it on overload at this point. Just get as much further forward, get as far forward as possible, and just try and... yeah. We've not really got much of a choice now. We've not been good enough on the night. Take nothing away from Olympiacos, but I just feel like we should have done enough to at least get a draw. There we go, we've lost and we're out. And somehow we've come fourth. I thought it was going to go down to us scoring that. Of course, they got the away goal. Why am I saying it like that? They got the away goal, not us. Oh, brain fart there, Matt. Right, no wonder. No, we shouldn't sympathise with them. They should have done better. That's a bit of an annoying one, really. To lose 1-0 there, having won... Oh, if we only could have kept them out in that home game and not conceded that annoying goal that they really didn't deserve to get, but that's how it is. You know, you've got to deal with these things. We weren't good enough on the night today, and we do seem to be just hitting a rough patch, and I hope that this little winter break that we're now going to get is just going to be enough to sort of smoothen things out a little bit, or I certainly hope it will do. So yeah, in the next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to come back and play the Hobro game, because even before that we've got Auberg, we've got Silkeborg, and we've also got Nordsjælland in there as well, a smattering of games basically, and obviously we'll have a youth intake, and potentially I will hopefully be showing you some more regens that I'll be looking at by then, because that gives us another couple of months for the teams to get their regens in, and that gives me a chance to go cherry picking, to have a look at some to maybe try and bring in the summer, particularly from low reputation clubs. That's where I'm really targeting. I'm not really interested in ones from big clubs because there's just no point. We're looking at small rep clubs whose players have high value. That's what you really want to look out for when you're on that menu. Anyway, if you guys have enjoyed this episode, despite us going out, and our record is looking pretty poor as of late, we really need to pick that up in the second half of the season, but because we're not going to be in the Europa League, we're going to get to concentrate on the league, I suppose, which means we should be able to hopefully try and do the double. And I will join you guys in the next episode for a game against Hobro and all sorts of other goodies. See you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.